A good toad to all of you. Today, I have decided out of every many of the countries to go full Lanka, Sri Lanka, and go for something sweet. I'm very excited. I I just spent 3 hours reading Sri Lankan history, just downloading it into my brain, and I'm ready to vomit the very little I now know into this game. Here we go. Sri Lankan nationalism all the way. It's time for Kandy to take back its freedom from Kote. Let it be done. I'm using a trade goods mod, which I like, so I'm not gonna do achievements. Hey, here we go. Kandy. The Candyman can. Oh fuck. I love it. I downloaded oh, I like it. Okay. I just got the DLC subscription for a month. That gives me everything. So I have some fantastic looking Sri Lankan folks living their lives. And then some South Indian Tamil people. And here's where we have to get into Sri Lanka. What's going on here? We have three colors. Well, the island is divided. It's a divided island. We have the Sinhalese, the native Sri Lankan peoples in the south, and the Tamil people in the north. Centuries of colonization and invasion have made this region majority Tamil. And it's immensely complicated in real life, but that's sort of a there's a lot more going on, a lot more ethnic groups and stuff. But that's one way to view it. It's a simplified way to view it. At this time period in real life, there was actually a land bridge linking Sri Lanka and India, and then in the 1500s there was like a typhoon which blew it away, which is kind of insane. But for now, I guess EU4 decides to just not show that, which is a bit of a shame. But you know, what shall you do? In real life, within the next 20 or 30 years, Kote would conquer the land of Jaffna uh, and unify the island for the first time in a long time. And actually, for the last time uh, until modern day. So, Kata historically just conquered Kandy, maybe 20 or so years ago, and then is rearing up to conquer the rest of it. And also conquered these other places here. These places. Now, we're not going to let that happen. Look at these lowlander fools. Look at them with their ocean and their gems and their spices. Oh, okay, get ready. This is going to be exciting. Activate new trade goods. Woo! There we go. Oh, Asker Mighties. Okay, now this is exciting. I like this mod a lot. It adds a lot more detail, a lot more different stuff. So it's not just spices. It's like cinnamon, because historically, cinnamon. Wait, where did cinnamon come from? I know there's one spice that, like, literally comes from a plant that only grows on Sri Lanka, historically, and then it was like exported elsewhere. And it might be cinnamon. That would make sense. Is there like cinnamon elsewhere in China? And that's it. Okay. Looks like we could probably monopolize cinnamon pretty easily, which is exciting. I like that idea. Then we have some ebony and ivory living together close to Kandy. And then pearls. So, very good trade goods. High trade values, which we can use to develop a powerful Indian island enterprise. I have in mind. I have in mind grand expansion, grand trade around the world. But for now, we're just a local Toblerone. That's all we got. Let's see. I'm torn between staying true to the actual culture of Sri Lanka, which is super interesting, and just fucking shitting all over it with, like, let's say, a Snickers. Um, we'll see how I do with that balance. Kandy is the Highland region of, it really should be hills, but okay, cool. This is the Highland region of Sri Lanka. Super mountainous, super hilly, and historically, when the Europeans conquered Sri Lanka, they conquered the coast, and then Kandy held out in the interior for like 300 years. So Kandy is phenomenal, and they're great. And we're like the Highland people. We're the hill people. These are all the silly traders. We don't really know much about boats, but we know a little bit. So let's get started. Enough of a long, excessively long intro. Let's protect some trade. What are our lovely merchants doing? Trade from Bengal. Let's collect. Oh, we're pushing from Deccan and Bengal. Which do I have more control over? 2 and 2. That's really good. Well, there's less money here, so I will collect here from the person in Deccan, which should give me, hopefully, a little more money. What other decisions? Monastic education, missionary and promoted cultures? Absurd. Lion Lulu. Okay. We are Buddhist. We get to be Buddhist. That's exciting. Sri Lanka is super interesting. As you can see, the Tamil culture includes, their religion of Hinduism, but in like the 3rd century BC, the ruler of India, the Maurya Empire, they sent Ashoka the Great sent his like son or something over to Sri Lanka and was like, "Hey guys, the Buddha is fucking rad." And they were like, "Man, I really agree with you. I think you have some great points." And so Sri Lanka became very Buddhist, Theravada Buddhism. So what does that give us? We get advisor costs and tolerance of heretics, which are the other Buddhisms and Confucian and Shinto. Okay, so if we want to conquer like Tibet or China or Southeast Asia, we'll be in a better place. I'm thinking of more of a genteel surfing the waves kind of game, but it's good to have options. At the moment, we start under the tyrannical rule of this elephant man, Kote, and we're going to have to figure out a way to get out. We also are in great danger, because this person is not independent. They are a gentle slave of this fucking large person, Vijayanagar. So, eventually, Vijayanagar is going to try to conquer us. And historically, Sri Lanka has come under the control of the large South Asian empires and kingdoms several times. Many times they've controlled the northern half or just the northern bit, but historically, Kotte, for the first time in ages, united Sri Lanka, and we're going to do that with a little bit of a sweeter tooth.
Let's face it, I love slime.